What's up, gang? It's Cobalt here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be opening up some blind boxes, but they're not Littlest Pet Shop blind boxes. In fact, they are actually these brand new Warrior Cats blind boxes. And I know there's a lot of Warrior Cats fans in my audience, so I just knew that I had to make a video about these guys. But I feel like I should swap out my mascot for a cat LPS for this video, so give me 1 second. Okay, I have returned. I know it would be super cool if I had like a cat version of Cobalt to use for this video, but I feel like if this LPS had brown eyes, it would literally be me as a Littlest Pet Shop. So anyways, I have two of the blind boxes here behind me. I purchased them at Target. They had a pretty big selection. They had a full case of these blind boxes. They also had some little blind bag plushies and then some larger blind bag plushies. I've heard some people in the Warrior Cats fandom say that they enjoy the plushies. Personally, I'm not really a huge fan of the style, but I was really excited about these figures because I love my little chunks of plastic. So I ended up picking up two, and they were both about $5 each, so pretty standard for a blind box of this size. But let's take a closer look, and then of course I will get to opening them. Alright, so here is the box. These are the Warrior Cats mystery figures and series 1, so hopefully that means we will get more characters in the future. We've got some of the official artwork here. I believe this is like the new style of the artwork that's been redone on all the books. Not the style that I grew up with, but it is pretty cool. So I think these are all the cats that are on the back. That's obviously Yellowfang. Guessing that's Silverstream. That's obviously Firestar. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Silverstream. Maybe this is Cinderpelt. I'm a fake fan. I'm so sorry, guys. But here are all the pets on the back that you can get. There are 8 of them, and there is Brightheart, Cinderpelt, Firestar, Graystripe, Scourge, Silverstream, Spotted Leaf, and Yellowfang. Spotted Leaf is labeled as rare, and Cinderpelt and Silverstream are labeled as uncommon. I'm not really sure like how accurate the rarities are to all the characters, but I feel like this is a pretty good chunk of a lot of characters that people know. I feel like Silverstream's not that popular, but maybe I've just been out of the fandom too long. I don't know. The characters that I want the most is Graystripe, because I love Graystripe, but I think Spotted Leaf would also be cool. This box in particular is pretty heavy, so I have a feeling it's going to be Yellowfang just because she seems like a chunky mama, but there's all the clan symbols up there. It's very interesting that it says Warrior Cats on it and not just Warriors, so I feel like that's kind of cool. It definitely makes it like more clear as to what it is, because everybody just refers to the characters as Warrior Cats, and these are made by a company called Bonkers Toys, which I have not heard of, but here's a bunch of info there at the bottom. So I am like genuinely so curious to see what the quality of these is going to be, because I was a huge Warrior Cat fan as a kid. I still love Warrior Cats. I'm just not really like invested anymore, I guess. Oh my god, these are really big. But when I saw that there was like actual merch that you could just straight up buy in the store, that got me really excited. So I figured that I would make a video of them because, I mean, I literally got into Littlest Pet Shops because of Warrior Cats, because I wanted to make a little Warrior Cat series. Oh, this is so cool. The checklist has a little poster on the other side of it, and then here's a better look at all of our pets. So anyways, I saw orange, so I think this is Firestar, which is also one that I really wanted. Oh my god. These are like way bigger than I was expecting. I was expecting LPS size, but obviously these guys are pretty big. This is like a steal for $5 then. That's crazy. He is so bright. He is like neon orange. Oh my god. Okay, I wanted to inspect him a little bit closer. The quality is actually pretty good. I feel like it was worth the price for a figure of this size that was only $5. The main thing that I will say, aside from like some issues I have with the coloring, is that his eyes are screen printed on. It's a lot like the type of printing that's used for G7 LPS, where you get the pixelation in their eyes. Unfortunately though, this is like a lot worse. It's not great. I'll zoom in a bit so hopefully you can kind of see what I'm talking about. He's got paw pads on the bottom, which are done with the same printing, so they're also pretty pixely. He has the ThunderClan logo on his crotch for some reason. Don't know what that's about. But aside from that, like all the paint job on the body doesn't look too bad. I do wish that his stripes were darker, because especially on camera, it's really blending into his body. But I love his face and like the style of this toy. I think it's really, really fun. I love his little snaggle tooth too. Okay, so I really like that one. So same deal, you get a checklist, it has the same picture on it. I think this might be Yellowfang. Oh, it is Silverstream. So I should have got Graystripe, because Silverstream is Graystripe's girlfriend, but I got Firestar and Silverstream instead. One of her eyes is kind of like lying off to the side, which is fine. She's basically the same size as Firestar, but she is smaller, which I guess makes sense because she's a female cat. So I think that's kind of cool that they like put that extra thought into it. Firestar's head is giant though. That's really funny. She's got got another cool pose. I love how all of their posing is really unique. They have unique silhouettes, like her head shape is totally different. She has different ears. She's got a very sleek face. Her stripe pattern is also different than Firestar, so it's not like a reused asset or anything like that. I like her little swoopy tail, and she also has her paws, and she also has her clan symbol on her crotch. She's got the River Clan symbol. I like how the symbols are different colors. I feel like that's not really necessary to include on them though. But yeah, her eye is just printed a little bit off to the side, and then the pupil also looks like it's kind of looking in the wrong direction. But aside from that, I don't really have any issues with her. You can just turn her like this and she's giving you the side eye. I like actually cannot get over how big these are. This is like wild. Like they're not huge, but as somebody who mostly, you know, collects LPS and does stuff with LPS and was expecting them to be the same size as the LPS, they're huge because the blind box is not that big. Like they shove these guys in there. But I do really like them, and since I got Silverstream, I literally have to get Gray Stripes. So next time I'm at Target and if I see these again, I'll probably pick up another one. They are very cute, and I do really hope that they continue to make Warrior Cats merch because that is so cool. Elementary school me is so happy right now, you guys. If you're Warrior Cat fans, sound off down below in the comments. I feel like there's a pretty good chunk of the LPS fandom that became LPS content creators because of Warrior Cats and because we played Warriors with our cat LPS. That was definitely me for sure. If you guys have decided to collect any of these, let me know your thoughts on the quality of them. I am pretty impressed so far. Obviously, there are steps that they can take to make these guys a lot better, mostly with the way that the eyes are designed. But aside from that, I think they're really cool. They're super unique, and I would love to see more of these in the future. So if you guys want to see another video like this from me, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!